Hi everyone, I'm Glory Ukwinga of Africana League Development Initiative. You're listening to Ombudsman Radio.
Hello everyone, the program is back and it's great to be here. You know, it's always a pleasure to do this program. Why? Because on this program we bring eminent personalities, the people who are doing great things in our society and just ensuring that the society goes well. On today's episode of the show, we have the Honourable Commissioner of the Public Complaints Commission, FCT Abuja chapter. And of course, we have Honourable Musa Dikko in the house. He'll be telling us, of course, about the challenges, the joys of the job, where he sees himself going, and giving us a brief background into what he was doing before this appointment. My name is Lola Oduba. It's great to be here to share this experience with you. Sit down and let's do this together. You're welcome. Good to have you on the show, sir.
Thank you.
Tell us, I've interviewed you once before, and that was such a pleasure. So it's a great thing that we can do this to now have an in-depth analysis of who you are as a person. So tell us about your early childhood and what led you to pursue a career in the public service.
What a question. My early days as a child, so beautiful, problematic as well, and at some point, frustrating. I was born in the family of Adamu and Mrs. Ladi sometime on the 25th of October 1969 in a small village called Metama. Today,
Metama is not a small village anymore.
It's not a small village, that is it. It's a small world in Nigeria.
Yes.
And growing up as a little child, I was brought up as a farmer. My parents were peasant farmers, and so they brought us, training us as farmers. Fortunately for some of us, we got early education. We triumphed gradually as peasant farmers' children. Coming around 1970, 1976, in our early days as well, the Federal Capital Territory was created and it fell at the center of Metama. Perhaps today, the Federal Capital Territory is named as Abuja. And we are fortunate to be part of the success story of the Federal Capital Territory.
Wow.
And of course, not to bore you, growing up in a society where civilization was gradual, we could not find convenient and enough opportunity to compete with others where it should have been. However, we got ourselves getting involved as government workers. At the early age, I had the experience of civil service for about 20, 22 years before I ventured into public service on demand. My people demanded I leave the civil service to come into public service and to vie for a political position, which led me to becoming a local government chairman, as it is in the Federal Capital Territory, Area Council chairman, between 2016 and 2019. I also wanted to continue and complete a second tenure, but I think God decided otherwise. And I couldn't continue. In the name of I lost an election.
Oh.
After that, I was fortunate to have been recognized by FCT administration, where I was appointed as Special Assistant on Community Relations to the then Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Alhaji Muhammad Bello. And successfully we ended the tenure And as God will have it again, he saw me worthy to come back and serve my people. And I was appointed Commissioner, Public Complaint Commission, to represent the people of FCT.
How did your previous role prepare you ahead of this current position as the, of course, Honourable Commissioner for the FCT Public Complaints Commission?
Certainly, my role in the civil service prepared me so much because I learned what administrative processes are. And coming as local government chairman, it also prepared me because I came into a council where there were challenges that has to do with human resource management, that has to do with welfare of the staff of the council, that has to do with the generality of the citizens of Buhari Area Council, as per where I served. And, interestingly, the council had no resources. And I remember the council was on strike for non-payment of salaries. And that period was period Nigeria was in recess. In fact, you will imagine where a council that had or has about 1,000 staff would end up getting only 30 million naira as federal allocation for a month. As at then with a salary of about 100 million. But I can tell you that challenge was worthy. And I think it shut me up and gave me opportunity to strive to see how I can make it up. And God willing, I did.
How? I need to know that secret.
Yeah.
If you are on a federal allocation of 13 million,
Yes.
a salary of 100 million,
Yes.
please, how did you make it up?
I decided first I should take the bull by the horn. I sacrificed what were my entitlement financially. I made sure that I had no official car for myself, no official house for myself. My impress were dropped. And such,
Wow.
my supervisory councillors, SAs, QA, we decided that before we could take all this, we must make sure that the staff
Are taken care of.
are taken care of. So, on the side of revenue generation, we increased the profile of revenue generation of Buhari Area Council by ensuring that the loopholes where leakages were taking places were blocked. It was not easy. That is when I decided, I came to understand that when you are fighting corruption, corruption will fight you back. So I made sure that the revenue that was meant for Buhari Area Council go into the coffers of Buhari Area Council against individual coffers. And we succeeded in doing that. And ensured that we opened areas that needed to be opened for necessary funds to come in. And management of these resources were key. Checks and balances was key. Monitoring was key. And of course, the will to tackle the act of corruption and bring it down to minimum bearing was key.
Was there as well.
Was there. And because I came focused
You
to
were
ensure
able to
that whatever resources I was going to get was going to be used for the public and for the interests of Buhari Area Council and FCT at large. And I can vouch for that we did.
Fantastic.
Yes. In local government administration, one thing I always tell people to understand is that you cannot strive if you have no areas of generating your own revenue. So I came and I faced the market in particular. And I can tell you successfully, within 2 years, I was able to go into partnership on private-public partnership system. And we were able to establish standard markets in Buhari Area Council to about 4 number commissions.
Wow.
And today, Buhari Area Council is enjoying a standard motor park, courtesy of Musa Dikko's administration. So from there, we were able to revive the sector of revenue, and money started coming into the coffers of Buhari Area Council. And it was not difficult for me again to pay staff salaries
Fantastic.
and solve other issues.
So, that's the amazing thing about just hearing people's stories. Because, a lot of people assume that, you just became who you are overnight. But all we need to do sometimes is to hear the story behind the person. And then you will know that it's not a today's effort that people use to make success, especially for those outside who are watching and they think that success is just an overnight thing. It takes a lot of groundwork. It takes a lot of preparations ahead of time. Now tell me, sir, since you assumed the position as the Honourable Commissioner for the FCT, Public Complaints Commission, what has been your experience so far?
In fact, my number one experience was coming to work with a chief commissioner that is so dedicated, that is so committed, that is ready for sacrifice. When he told all the story of how he had decided that his official car should not be given to him, just to ensure that the staff were being taken care of, I said to myself, Musa, you're lucky. Yes.
You have someone like...
I have someone
that I
will key into because I am trying to be like him.
Yes.
So I got a mentor now in the service.
Yes. Since he's older, he's more experienced.
He's more experienced. And it has been interesting. When I discovered that there is no fund in Public Complaint Commission to work with, I said to myself, God, thank you for having made me a chairman where there was no fund. And
so
I said,
you know what to do.
I know what to do. And we have started. We are partnering both the public sector, the private sector, the individuals to see how we can bring about Public Complaint Commission to a higher light in the Federal Capital Territory. And I see Public Complaint Commission as an institution that Nigerians deserve, Nigerians should desire, and Nigerians should be proud of. Because this is where you get justice free of charge. You don't pay for transportation. You don't pay for anything. Unfortunately, when one is found wanting or for one offense, the charge is so meager that it will not deter others from committing the
same crime.
The same crime. However, to God be the glory, I can cite one or two examples for you that I think Nigerians should embrace Public Complaint Commission. Sometime 2 weeks ago, I got a call from Masaka in Nasarawa State. A man from the FCT went to Masaka and he was to use Union Bank to get money. On using his Zenith card on an Union Bank ATM, the card was seized. And he complained there was no way he could get his card. From his explanation, there was drama between him and the banking officials. And the next thing he put up a call to me. I said, he's having an issue here. When he narrated the issue, I called the commissioner representing Nasarawa State. And then the commissioner said, I'll get back to you. The Nasarawa State commissioner put a call across to his staff in Karo local government of Nasarawa State. Interestingly, this staff went straight to Union Bank in Masaka. Do you know what probably could not have happened in 3-4 days, happened within a space of 10 minutes?
Wow.
She was given access to CCTV of Union Bank to see what transpired. And I can tell you that that was my number one joy of being part of Public Complaint Commission. And that's why I'm urging Nigerians to understand Public Complaint Commission, to key into Public Complaint Commission, that here is an institution that has hope.
For the average Nigerian.
Not even average, for the least Nigerian. It is said judiciary is the hope of common man. I see Public Complaint Commission today as the greatest hope
for the poor.
So the experience has been wonderful. And people are ready to key in. All I think we need to do, which I've started now, is to sensitize Nigerians about Public Complaint Commission's activities and its functions. And presently I've drawn already the timetable. I'm going to start my tour, God willing, by next week for the 17 traditional chiefdoms in the Federal Capital Territory. But the locals need to understand that, look,
This
there is
exists,
hope.
yes.
And
that a commission like
this
is here for you.
And it's here for you. That is what we intend to do. We have already commenced visiting individuals that have interests of the commission, that have interests of Nigeria. But when I said interest of the Public Complaint Commission is the interest of Nigeria, because this is an institution where it has ears to listen to your problem and see how it can bring you out of those problems.
Yes. Now I'm going to take you back to the story you just gave about the man who put a call to you.
Yes.
Now that's because he has access to your numbers.
Yes.
Now, for those who are watching and do not have access to anyone's numbers,
Yes.
how can they reach the Public Complaint Commission? Before we go back, because a lot of people will wonder, oh, that's because he was able to put a call to me. I cannot put a call to you. How do they reach you?
Yeah. In the 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory, we have offices in each of the area councils. We have area officers in each of these area councils. And we have suggestion box in each of these area councils. And in our marketplaces, like in Musa Market, which is the popular market in the FCT, we have a suggestion box at the office premises of the Musa Market. You can go in there, drop your message. It is strictly confidential. Don't get scared. Nobody will know what is it except the officer that's in charge of getting these letters. At the area council level, the same thing. And if you want to get to speak to the Commissioner FCT directly, I can vouch that you can get my number in Musa Market, you can get it in Kubwa Market, you can get it in Babalada Market. But I will quickly roll it out here. Very
The office address. The office
address
first
is
of all.
at Musa Zone 6. If you know where we have Development Control Office of FCDA, it's just a strong throw from there. In fact, the popular Nitel Junction in Musa Zone 6. Once you enter that street, you go down to Missouri Street. You will see the building of Public Complaint Commission, particularly at plot 4706. Sometimes people don't apply the plot now because Google could lift you down to elsewhere. But I can tell you that if you reach the number of the commissioner, you have reached the number of every staff of PCC and the FCT. And that number is just 08033112521. You'll be talking with Musa Dikko. I have only one number.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Now let's go back to you being a commissioner. So far, what has been the challenge that you have seen in the Public Complaints Commission as the Honourable Commissioner FCT?
The challenge is just one major one.
Awareness. Eh? I
Awareness.
for that.
And the brother to awareness is funding.
Fantastic.
The Public Complaint Commission need adequate funding to be able to reach out to Nigerians, to be able to give justice to those that are affected by acts of injustices, either in their homes, in their immediate societies, in their places of work, both private and public. So we are calling on even private partnership projects so that we can give to Nigerians what they really desire. When it comes to sensitization, yes, it all borders on funding because you need mobility. You need to get materials for this sensitization. You need to do probably radio jingles, television jingles, the print media as well. You need to get to Nigerians through this medium. And if you have no funds, it will always be difficult. We're limited, yeah, serious limitations. We're limited to carrying out this. But I must commend the headquarters of PCC from what we have started doing together. They are ready to provide us with materials that can
assist your work.
Our work.
Now,
Yes.
in your tenure as the Honourable Commissioner FCT, what would be your greatest achievement at the end of your tenure?
At the end of my tenure, my projection that I should be able to sensitize Nigerians, at least not less than 75 to 85% about the Public Complaint Commission. That is one. I should be able to keep a record where complaints that have come to Public Commission are attended to and results-oriented. I should be able to see a public complaint commission when I will be leaving, by the grace of God, a commission that Nigerians can be proud of, where I will say, yes, I came, I saw,
and
God conquered. So that is my thing. I should leave it better than what
How you met it.
Particularly the staff welfare, the staff attitude. I should be able to do something that will reflect on change that can be attested for. Yeah.
Now, how do you rate the public perception of the Public Complaints Commission in your own view since you assumed office?
The perception of the public is so unique that they are hungry to get to know about Public Complaint Commission. They want to see themselves taking their issues, their complaints, whatever nature it might be, to Public Complaint Commission instead of even going to the police station. Instead of going to the courts,
which take a lot of time.
They are eager to get to Public Complaint Commission and do business with Public Complaint Commission. Like, let me cite an example for you. Why I have to come to this program late this morning was because an issue was reported to us on Monday at Kubwa, and I decided that I applied a physical contact with the complainants and probably the respondents. And this morning, they were as happy as anything. And they were like, please, would you come back again? We'll treat this case the way you're going. That it has gone to a traditional chief palace. And it was not resolved. And I say, here we are. We resolve it amicably. So these are things that public are looking up to. Public are looking up to a government that will be much more closer to them, where they need not to stress themselves to get themselves to their own government. And I'm saying, God willing, we'll bring down Public Complaint Commission to
the barest,
in fact, to where there are electoral units, to polling units, to wards, if possible, to the doorstep of every traditional ruler, so that we will have a synergy where once an issue goes beyond a traditional ruler, the Public Complaint Commission should be able to attend to it and resolve it.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Now, does the Public Complaint Commission, FCT chapter, collaborate with any government agency, non-governmental agency? We've just talked about collaborating with the communities.
Yes.
So what are you doing to make sure that, collaborations are going to make your work smoother?
Yeah. By next week, God willing, like I said, I'm visiting the traditional rulers. I'm going to discuss with NTA for partnership, particularly NTA Channel 5, where the locals have access to. Because when you go to 24, sometimes Channel 24, you need to be part of DSTV, whatever, and the rest of it. 2, we're going to partner NOA. NOA is going to be key in our developmental process, because the NOA should have been doing much more than what it is doing. But we see it in a light that it is not as much as people expected. By the time we go into partnership with NOA, NOA is going to be known, Public Complaint Commission is going to be known much more better. We're also going to key in with security agencies, because certain complaints we have got is where you are either arrested, maybe detained for 1 or 2 days without being tried by either a court or being attended to by even the security agencies involved. So we're also going to partner with them to ensure that whatever case we're going to have is treated at the time it is supposed to be treated. Agencies that are involved in listening and handling citizens' complaints should be proactive, not reactive. That is the partnership we're going to take into some agencies like the Nigerian Police, the Civil Defense, the immigration itself, because we have got issues where people complain about their passports not being processed at the time they want. These are complaints. These are issues that
They are genuine concerns of the people.
Yes, that borders on the people. Let me cite one other example for you again. A few days ago, I got a call from a colleague in Oyo State. Her sister or a woman who resides in Lagos State applied for Turkish visa. This woman's passport has been with Turkish embassy. they have not completed the process as when she wanted it. And she has a journey to embark. 2-3 days after, she now asked the Turkish embassy to give her back her passport. It was difficult for her. At a point, they were not picking it up. So, when the case came to me, I said, here in Abuja, and he said, yes, okay. You're in Lagos, she said, yes, okay. I got the number that I called the Turkish embassy staff, and he acknowledged that. And I said, have you completed the process? And he said, they have not completed their process. So this woman wants to travel, and she has documents to prove that she wants to travel. So she wants her passport. He started from Abuja to Lagos. I said, can you stop somewhere in Lorry? What this woman wants is her passport to enable her travel and come back, pending when you resolve your issues. I tell you, the following day, the woman called and said, Commissioner,
I got my passport
is on the way from DHL. So these are interventions that the Public Complaint Commission can carry out amicably on people's behalf without paying a dime. What would have cost this woman to come down to Abuja would have been roughly 500 plus.
Yes,
if she has to go by flight.
Yes.
Etiquette.
Etiquettes, yes.
Then you talk about accommodation, you talk about feeding, you talk about the stress. Here, the Public Complaint Commission
will do it.
Reduce all this stress for her. So the public really want to be with us. They want to partner with us. And we're going to give them that partnership.
Okay. Any major steps you are taking to strengthen the relationships between the Public Complaint Commission and the people itself?
Certainly. The major step is the awareness. The first week I assumed leadership of FCT. My first point of visit was to Musa market, where I went with the sensitization team and we sensitized Nigerians, the traders in that market. And so our staff have continuously carried out the sensitization to local areas in particular, particularly those that have no access to iPhone 10, iPhone 30, they have no access to even television. They need to get to understand, to know this. Do you know what happened again? My first week of assumption, there was issue of strike by teachers in the FCT. My visit was to Gwagwalada, where you have the National Union of Teachers. And we held a beautiful conversation with them. And they assured me that, look, they were going to call on the strike. Luckily for us, the following day, they also had a meeting with the FCT minister. And I tell you, from that moment, the strike by National Union of Teachers in the Federal Capital was called off. So these are steps we are actually going to make sure that we engage Nigerians in the Federal Capital Territory with. That look, with the organization, you can get justice. You can get relief. And when we do it successfully, my projection within this 1 year, PCC in the FCT will be a different ballgame.
Fantastic. Are there any significant policy changes, innovations, or digital initiatives you are planning to implement to improve the handling of public complaint cases?
Yes, we are initiating medium of expressing our gratitude to Nigerians. Let me give you one. The distinguished senator in the 9th Senate, who was also the minority leader, distinguished Senator Philip Aduda, had assisted the PCC, FCT, sometime in getting an office accommodation for us in Karo. And he had assisted also intervening in a case that involved a woman whose child was adopted. And the investigation goes beyond what they talked about. In fact, it got to Human Rights Commission, and this gentleman sponsored the trip to Ghana to make sure that DNA was conducted between the complainant and the other women that were claiming a child. Yesterday we visited him and honored him for doing what he has done to the PCC and Nigerians. And we went with a letter of appreciation. That is the only thing we can give to Nigerians when you assist PCC. But everybody knows what public complaint is. And this is one thing that will motivate other Nigerians to partner
with the Public
Complaint Commission. It was wonderful. He was so appreciative of that. I think probably the first of its kind. We are going into that. In the staffing activities of PCC, we're also ensuring that we bring what we have observed about public complaint activities at the state level, particularly in the the FCT. And we are tabling them before the Chief Commissioner to understand that some policies have to change, particularly as it affects the welfare and well-being of staff of Public Complaint Commission. If Public Complaint Commission is a mechanism, is an institution that handles complaints, and there in the Public Complaint Commission, there are complaints. Tell me what will happen.
You know, the good thing is that upon assumption of course, the inauguration that was held in September, I remember that even at the speech of the Honourable Chief Commissioner, he mentioned that staff welfare will be a thing of priority. So I'm sure that that should be looked into as soon as possible.
It's already been looked into.
Fantastic.
Because you know we had a retreat organized by the Chief Commissioner.
Yes.
And the 36 state commissioners, including that of FCT, making it 37, were so open and bold to tell the commissioner that, look, it must not be business as usual in Public Complaint Commission. So I want to assure the staff of Public Complaint Commission that we should just be patient and embrace the present Chief Commissioner's steps. And it is glaring already
That he's
for
here.
him to have rejected his official card just for the fact that he wants to see that the staff welfare is
He's
being
taken
looked
care
into,
of.
shows that it is going to be well.
Yes.
And let me tell you what happened. The budget of 2025, which is being handled which is in the process right now, was not just looked and composed and organized and proposed by the Chief Commissioner alone. The 36 state commissioners and the FCT were involved. We have brought our inputs. It's just for him now to build them up and see what will be. We want to see 2025 a better year for the Public Complaint Commission and the general well-being of Nigerians. Yes.
Fantastic. Now, just before this interview, I remember that we were talking about your visit to Lagos. So could you tell us what happened at that visit?
I wish,
especially as it concerns the Public Complaint Commission.
I wish we could play the tape now and you see what happened in Lagos.
Yeah.
People were so amazed. People felt the program should not even go and end. Because some were hearing about the Public Complaint Commission for the first time. And the functions in particular. And they were investors. They were businessmen and women who have got some fears about Nigeria, who have lost to a certain level percentage of trust about Nigeria and Nigerians. And we told them we are here as Public Complaint Commission. Fear not. If you have any problem with your partner, approach us. We will find a way of resolving it and you continue your business. I tell you, we were able to raise the confidence of Nigerians in that program to a certain level that they can speak about Nigeria today and speak about Public Complaint Commission, even in our absence. So it was interesting. And in God-given wisdom, I was able to touch the minds of Nigerians in that program. And when I gave an example with my Chief Commissioner, I was shocked that people were like, we have heard of this man. Is that the man that is in the Public Complaint Commission? And I said, yes. They said, no. Then Nigeria is going to be better. So it was an interesting program that Nigerians picked and began to build confidence on. And I'm telling you, the next line of action by Public Complaint Commission, it will be wonderful. Yes. Wonderful.
What else can I say? You have heard it all. The next line of action by the Public Complaint Commission will be wonderful. What you want to do is key into the vision of the commission, which is, of course, you have any maladministration, injustice, whatever it is that you're not happy with, you have just heard it from Honourable Musa Dikko, the Honourable Commissioner of the Public Complaint Commission, Abuja, and he says that we are here to serve you all. The Chief Commissioner has always said that from the first day. We are here to serve you all. Thank you so much, sir.
You too.
And as you continue to embark on such wonderful projects, let the Ombudsman Radio follow you so that we can always share with the public your growth as you continue to succeed in this conquest of delivering Nigerians from the hands of the oppressors. Thank you so much for coming on the program. Thank you so much for coming to share your time with us. And we wish you all the success that you can get on the job. That's been the program for today's edition of Spark. My name is Lola Oduba. Take advantage of the Public Complaint Commission. They are here to serve you better. Until next time, be good and see you again.
Hi everyone, I'm Glory Ukwinga of Africana League Development Initiative. You're listening to Ombudsman Radio.